Hey there, fire signs. Welcome to Behind the Black Veil, where we get a more intimate look at the mysteries of our lives. There are many layers of meaning in my readings. I'm going to touch on a few. It may or may not resonate. Try to hear me and feel me for best results. Sometimes the roles can be reversed, and viewer discretion is advised. Fantastic. This is your situation room reading. Let's get into the situation as it stands now. What do we do about it and the outcomes we can expect upon the ancestors' recommendation? All right. Overall, for the fire signs, let's start with Leo. Leo, what's really good for Leo? Walking through the fire. Fiery inferno. No, not the inferno, but the fiery crossroads. Um, Inconvenient truth, protocols that must be followed. All right. Let's find out about Aries. Aries is our host for the element situation reading. Aries, overall situation, surrendering to the superior power of the spirit where your real strength comes from. Aries. Okay, fantastic. That's the strength card in my deck. And Sagittarii. Sagittarii overall situation is divine child of God around here. Okay. Divine child of God, mutual admiration with God. God adores you, and getting what you want because you're a divine child of God. Okay, so let's peel back the situation as it stands now. Okay, heartbreak, disappointment, anywhere from mild to cataclysmic is the situation that we're dealing with here. All right, what about it? The mercy and grace of safe passage, and or something has sailed, or someone has sailed away. This is either happening to you, you're doing this, somebody else is doing this, or you're observing this between others. All right, yeah, mercy and grace of safe passage and divine calling. So I get the sensation of someone leaving based on a divine calling. And this is heartbreaking or disappointing, anywhere from mild to cataclysmic, or your divine calling itself is disappointing, or it wasn't what you had imagined, or you wanted to do it differently. Okay, get off on your floor. Let's find out more. Okay, someone's in their head, looks like here. Aha. I get the sensation of someone getting away. Okay, so that's only one floor. So it's like someone got away with something, or they thought they got away with something, but someone is disappointed. I'm guessing they found out because they're disappointed. All right, ministerial duty here being called. And then here we have the magic mirror. So perhaps someone got lost in Narnia here. Someone lost their boyfriend in the Hall of Mirrors. He fell into Narnia. Okay, or your dad fell into Narnia, or your lawyer or the judge fell into Narnia. Okay, get off on your floor. All right, on that one. All right, so let's do this. Disappointed, divine calling. Okay, maybe somebody's disappointed that a divine calling is not their calling. I think I've said that a little bit differently, but yeah. Maybe they got confused about their divine calling, or they got confused about, it's like somebody got away with something. Or, yeah. Yeah, somebody got away, or somebody got away with something. or somebody got away, or somebody doesn't feel the same way, or some such thing around there. Get off on your floor. Let's find out the divine and right actions. Maybe we can pull this thing together. Okay, or it's just that many floors and that's all that it is. Okay, so the disappointment for Leo might be that you have to walk through the fiery crossroads, or somebody didn't walk through the fiery crossroads, and it might have been a Hall of Mirrors situation. It might have been a Narnia situation. Okay, they didn't follow the divine calling. They let you sail away, is a possibility there. Um, or you have to follow these protocols, and you're the feminine, and maybe you don't like it. You don't like the way the divine calling is unfolding. You just don't like what it requires. You know, you don't like all of the mental work you got to do, or something. Get off on your floor. For Aries, you don't like that you have to surrender to the superior power of the spirit. You want to do it yourself. You know, and this whole sailing, sailing peacefully. You don't want to peacefully sail. You want to burn the place down, maybe, you know? But this looks like a cool and calm, easygoing day. And I get the sensation that that's not the mood you're in necessarily, You might be ready to bring the shit, okay? Or you might be ready to bite throats out, and that's your big vision. And the Creator says, no, the vision is that you calmly sail, coolly and calmly, to your destination. And perhaps that's disappointing to you. You know what I mean? Perhaps you was in Narnia about the shit. Like, no, well, now what we gonna do? Because you had developed a plan for the war, I don't know. Get off on your floor. Who else? Sagittarii. Sagittarii. Yeah. Okay, yeah. There might be some sort of, somebody got away. Somebody got away, because divine child of God, and here we have the broken-hearted empress, which gives me the sensation that that is the same person, same feminine, okay? And then here we have somebody in their head, and they was in Narnia instead of following the divine calling, and this one sailed away on the ferry. All right, and so maybe she was heartbroken, or maybe you're heartbroken if you're the masculine, or maybe both of y'all are heartbroken. Get off on your floor. Let's find out what the divine and right actions are to take in this sitch. Or also it could be with Sagittarii, also it could be similar in terms of a reluctance to want to follow God. You want to do it yourself. You want to follow your own vision. You know what I mean? And, yeah. And you didn't get through whatever your strategy was didn't work out. Whatever your strategy was didn't work out. And God's strategy still stands. And you have to master the mirror. You can't be falling into Narnia, is the sensation that I get. Okay? Or you're observing this, seeing the root causes clearly. You feel me? That's the divine and right actions to take. Interesting. All right, so let's go another floor down. Right, cutting out something before it becomes a problem. Okay, aiming at the target. Okay, so I get focus, right? Because we're seeing the root causes clearly, and he's like really focused. Then we have the surgeon with the surgical precision, right, which requires focus. And then, of course, we have Okosi the hunter here, which also firing your arrow requires focus. So I'm getting focus here, all right? And what is that? Focusing on, for Aries, bursting free of limiting beliefs and surrendering to the superior power of the spirit, right? Let the spirit handle these things, especially with the hunting energy, You just prevent things from happening so much as you can. For Sagittarii, it's about getting distracted. There must have been some sort of distraction here in our head, Narnia. You dig what I'm saying? So there was some sort of distraction. So that's the divine and right actions for you in this sitch, is to focus on the goal. Cut out some shit before it becomes a problem and focus on the goal and shoot the arrow. Okay, which would be particularly meaningful for Sagittarii, being as the arrow is one of your main symbols, right? For Leo, focus on the goal and keep your eyes on the prize. Don't go on and focusing down on the fiery crossroads and how much you don't want to do it and how much it's an inconvenient truth and how much you don't want to have to follow these protocols. Don't concentrate on that part. Okay, rush right through that part. Like if you was walking on coals, hot coals, just rush right through that part. Okay, instead focusing as you walk right through. Don't rush in an unhealthy way, but just keep it moving and move right through that flame. Okay, and keep your eyes on the prize, because Ten of Pentacles, that's why. Okay, long-term stability, hitting the goal, reaching the target, more than enough. Okay, of whatever you're trying to achieve here. Because whatever the vision is for all of you, whatever the vision is, God has a better vision. Look like here. All right, so cutting out some shit before it becomes a problem for Leo. You are dwelling. That's what Leo's doing. Leo is dwelling on your displeasure about this fiery crossroads, and you're getting quite off the subject, because the subject is the Ten of Pentacles. You dig what I'm saying? And that's why, like that's the main event. That's why your Ten of Pentacles be held up and delayed, or any of that be an issue whenever it is an issue, or wherever it is an issue, is because you tend to get distracted and dwell. Okay, Sagittarii, you tend to get distracted. Leo, you tend to dwell. All right, and Aries, you tend to want to take matters into your own hands a little too much. All right, fantastic. Let's go another floor down with these actions. Okay, stick to the facts, y'all. Stick to the facts. Okay, because with the dwelling, I get the sensation we're not concentrating on facts. Well, if I have to walk through, well, why do I have to? Well, okay, that's Leo. Why do I? Okay, why is right? It doesn't matter, because none of the answers to those questions is going to change the fact that you got to walk through the fire to achieve this, to reach this goal, to see the root cause clearly, or whatever. It's not going to change it. So all you're doing is wasting time, remaining unsatisfied, remaining in that undesirable position, because you are dwelling on what is not really crucially important to the ultimate goal. You feel me? It's just temporarily important to this next milestone. So, once you have assessed it properly, feel free to move through the shit so you can get to this Ten of Pentacles. All right, stick to the facts. Right, fact number one, when I cross this fiery crossroads, I'm on to the Ten of Pentacles. Facts. Focus. Okay? If I burst free of my limiting beliefs and surrender to the superior power of the spirit, shit is going to be on to the Ten of Pentacles. I'm going to be able to cut shit out before it becomes a problem. Aries. You dig what I'm saying? Do you feel me? Mutual admiration with God. You got to be a child of God. Sagittarii. You dig what I'm saying? You gotta understand the protocols. No, I shouldn't say protocols. You gotta understand the frequency. That's the sensation that I get. The frequency and the importance of the child of God dynamic with the mutual admiration. You gotta do things that God admires. Do you feel me? If you don't want to miss the boat here. All right, you got to follow your divine calling if you don't want to miss the mercy and grace of safe passage boat. Because, if you got to take a boat to a place, that's the boat you want to take. The one that's going to get there safely. The one that's going to be smooth sailing. Do you feel me? It's all about cultivating that level of karma. is the sensation that I get. And so you cannot abide by any distractions. You cannot have an alternative vision from that. That goes for everyone, right? Okay, cool. So stick to the facts, okay? The facts are that you got to be a divine child of God to get this Ten of Pentacles, to have the sustainability of the Ten of Pentacles, to reach the target, to hit the target accurately, to remove things before they become a problem. You're going to need a little help from the divine. Going to need a little help. All right? So in order to get that help, though, in order to get that help, you have to abandon your vision, abandon your distractions, and do what God tell you to do. And get your ass out of Narnia if you're anywhere near it. Okay? Or if you're observing this, go on about your business. And make sure you're doing the right thing, is what I get there. All right? So pay the karma. Okay? Pay the karma. So Leo, the karma, walk through the fire. Aries, the karma. Surrender to the superior power of the spirit. It takes strength. It takes muscle. Can you do that, though? But can you do that? That's all you got to ask yourself. And maybe reconfigure your understanding of making a power move. Okay? And then for Sagittarii, that's the karma. You got to pay a certain level of karma to have this child of God status, to where you get what you want because you're a child of God. And you're instantly entitled to it because God admires you. And God is feeling that way about you. Do you feel me? So you have to be busy doing that, it looked like here. You have to pay the cost in order to get that kind of insurance in the universe. Or whoever you're observing, if this is something you're observing, that person has to pay the cost. You know what I'm saying? And you can't get in front of that, you know? So I don't know if this is a parent-child thing, or it's just you, or it's a, a soulmate lover thing, whatever, wherever this dynamic is, it has to be allowed. A person has to rise to these levels of frequency in order to get that kind of insurance. All right, so that's what I'm getting there. So what is the outcome that we can expect upon these wise actions? An abundant future is number one. Okay? An abundant future is number one, right about here. Okay? The birth of new ideas, abundance, bloodline legacy, things you're entitled to. Okay? Speaking of entitlement, speaking of you get whatever you want because you're a child of God. Abundant future. All right? That's what we can expect upon these wise actions. Let's go another floor down. Pentacles, the king. Okay? Making peace offerings. Or keeping the peace. Or protecting the environment. Stable. A stability guy. Thugging it out. Thugging it out. Okay? And then we're safe. So we're going to thug this period out. Okay, we're going to thug it out with Leo. Thug out that crossroad, that fiery crossroad. Thug that out. Aries, thug out the surrender. Thug out the bursting free of your limiting beliefs. Okay. Sagittarii, thug out whatever this is with the divine child of God or with the divine. Like, keep that frequency. Keep that energy, on whatever level. You know what I'm saying? Because he's maintaining the environment. So you maintain the environment when it comes to your interaction with the Creator or with your interaction with the children of God. Get off on your floor. You dig what I'm saying? And thug out whatever it requires in order to achieve that. Keep that steady, and dependable guy. That's dependable guy. And be dependable. Be like dependable guy. You know what I'm saying? And just thug out whatever that requires, because you got an abundant future here. So let's go down one more floor. Yeah, take the L. Okay, pay the money. whatever. Okay, whatever it is. Pay the peace offering. Pay the price of maintaining peace in the environment, or pay the price for being dependable, or pay the price for stability. You know what I mean? Pay the price. You'll be paying the price, and you'll be able to pay the price, and you'll be taking that L as gracefully as it could be taken. You know what I'm saying? I get the sensation that this is a correction of some sort, because I know the creator is not trying to have you, in perpetual loss. You know what I mean? So I'm getting the sensation that this is to get past the loss, or the feeling of loss. The loss of having to walk through the fire, Leo. The loss of having to surrender, Aries, when you rather handle it yourself. You know, um, or the loss of your original vision when you have to burst free from your limiting beliefs, or the loss of the child of God, or God's admiration. Get off on your floor on that one. Um, if you feel like you've lost God's admiration, I'm sorry to whoever might be feeling that, because that would be a big deal in real life, even though, I'm just thinking right now. I'm not really feeling or experiencing these things. So if you're experiencing that, that's not your final, destination. You feel me? It's not your final destination. So take that L, pay the cost, thug it out. Abundant future to look forward to around here. Healing conversation. Okay, so correction. Okay, this is the correction that needs to be made for Sagittarii. This might be between you and another person, as we are having the healing conversation here. Okay, bursting free of limiting beliefs and surrender to superior power of the spirit. So this gives me a peaceful dialogue and exchange between you and the ancestors, Aries, and also your inner talk. All right, Leo, you too. I'm getting an inner talk situation, or you might need to consult with someone about walking through the fire, because I don't know what walking through the fire is for you. So depending on what it is, you might want to consult with an expert. You dig it? And that might help you get through the fire better. You see what I'm saying? So take that L. You might have to pay somebody in order to achieve that. Go ahead and pay them. Go ahead and pay them, because you know why? You got an abundant future to look forward to. You can afford it. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. All right? It's coming. It's coming. Because this is all about stepping to the Ten of Pentacles. This is all about maintaining peace in the environment, and you will be able to maintain peace in the environment. Okay, but there's some sort of cost that has to be paid first. But it's okay, because you have an abundant future. That's the bottom line. I'm going to leave it there. I hope that message helped each and every one of you. All right? For more deep-ass readings, like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell on your way out. Pick up a copy of Discriminating Wisdom. Make sure you're out here discriminating wisely. I will see you again here soon. Fire signs behind the black veil.